made the break. Lee Street from the inside. Adrian Squirrell was there with him. Giles in third place. That's how they go into the first turn. A little bit slippery there in places. Chris Still's gone right around the outside of the lotto. Just in front, and Adrian Squirrell now pulls away from him. Chris Still goes down to second. Chris Still's flying around the outside now. With Lee Street on the inside, cutting those tight lines. Chris Still goes wide. It's Adrian Squirrell that's got it from Lee Street now in second place. Then Chris Still. Lee Street slides up on the inside of Adrian Squirrell. Gets the throttle on early. Adrian Squirrell's gone right round the outside and he's taken up the lead again from Lee Street. But it's neck and neck. Lee Street's got the advantage into that corner. Each one pushing a little bit harder on each lap. Lee Street, a good tight line out of that turn, and Adrian Squirrell's forced to go wide. Down goes Chris Still in that third place. Well, that's a shame for him. He was going so well. Woggy Giles now takes up the third place from John Pilcher. Chris Pay, Malcolm Beattie, Mark Powell, Alan Dan. Chris Still up and okay, and Paul Simmons coming round there. Meanwhile, the last lap flag goes for Lee Street, just one lap from victory with Adrian Squirrell in second place. Then Woggy Giles, and then John Pilcher, Chris Pay. Mark Powell, Alan Dan, Chris Still. And the checkered flag comes out this time. It's number 75, Lee Street, that takes a comfortable win at the finish from Adrian Squirrell in second place. Woggy Giles comes home in third, then John Pilcher in fourth, then Chris Pay. The winner of race one was a win there for number 75, Lee Street. In second place it was 32, Adrian Squirrell. In third place it was 300, Terry Giles. Fourth was 49, John Pilcher. Fifth was 59, Chris Pay. Sixth was number 20, Alan Dan. Seventh was number 74, Mark Powell. Eighth was number 82, Chris Still. Ninth was 720, Malcolm Beattie. And 10th, 31, Paul Simmons. Now on the finisher, the winner's time was 1 minute 42.50 seconds. 41.16 miles per hour. First straight, Gary Wells is in with a chance. Steve Syrett's leading. Gary Wells in Richard Smith. Richard Smith moves up to second. The end of the first turn. He's got ready outside of Steve Syrett. Loses the front wheel a little bit. Steve Syrett gains a bit on the inside, but Richard Smith all the way down the back straight. It's Richard Smith all the way now from Steve Syrett in second place. Then Gary Wells, then Adam Shipp. Then Dave Rumsey. Richard Smith's gone very wide. He's allowed him to come up on the inside, but he's holding on to the advantage. 33, Richard Smith. From Steve Syrett, Gary Wells, Adam Shipp and Dave Rumsey. Gary Wells powered right through the... Steve Syrett takes up that second place and sets his sight on Richard Smith. First three riders, first four riders in this race all come from the eastern centre, so the southeast are getting a hammering. Richard Smith, Gary Wells, Dave Rumsey, Adam Shipp, Steve Syrett, Brian Cornelius, Rob Hargrave, Colin Hunt, Roy Lee and Colin Osborne. That's the four runners there. Around the turn now there. Last lap flag will be in their sights as Richard Smith goes wide. Gary Wells is powering after him but can't make any impression at the moment. It's Richard Smith from Gary Wells. Dave Rumsey for the southeast moves up into third. Adam Shipp's there in fourth. Then Steve Syrett and Brian Cornelius. The fourth rider on this other end. Not sure where that is. Come round the last turn for the last time. Richard Smith, just see where the obstacle was. He's gone taking the wide line round it. Could have allowed Gary Wells to come up alongside, but it didn't. Richard Smith takes the win. Gary Wells in second, then Dave Rumsey, Adam Shipp, Steve Syrett, Brian Cornelius. Paul the man from the eastern centre, number 33, Richard Smith. In second place, his compatriot, number 70, Gary Wells. In third place, number 10, Dave Rumsey. Fourth place, number 16, Adam Shipp. Fifth place, number 62, Steve Syrett. Sixth to number 48, Brian Cornelius. Seventh to 131, Colin Hutton. Eighth to number 46, Colin Osborne. Ninth was number 12, Roy Leake. No other finisher. The winner's time was 1 minute 44.85 seconds, giving an average speed of 40.24 miles per hour. Down the straight they come. Barry and Robin Gear take it up on the inside. Tony Penfold in second place. Tony Penfold runs right up on the inside, takes the lead from him. Tony Penfold is the leading. Not sure who Tony's passenger is this afternoon. He's gone extra wide though, let Barry Gear through on the inside. Barry Gear takes up the run and again, the winner from last week at Collier Street, down there on the boarded circuit. Well clear this time with Bill Penfold now moving up into second place. Well, Bill's lifting up the sidecar wheel and his two passengers got a little bit more leaning out to do. But that's allowed Barry and Robin Gear in the shearer shirts to get well away from the rest of the pack. Tony Penfold's gone down to fourth at the hands of Duncan Fish. So at half distance it's Barry and Robin Gear from Bill Penfold and Syrett Baxter. From Duncan Fish and John Woggy. Then Billy Penfold and Peter Taylor. And we've lost it. Problems there for the early leader. That's bad news for Tony Penfold. Meanwhile, out there in the shearer shirts and making it happen on the Yamaha Genesis, it's Barry and Robin Gear with just one lap to go. Bill Penfold on the Westlake V-twin with his new passenger. Going round there in second place. Going round this last turn then for the last time. Winding on the throttle. Number 9, Barry and Robin Gear take the win from Bill Penfold and T. Baxter. Then Billy Penfold and Peter Taylor, Duncan Fish and John Woggy. Race 3 then, race 3 was a win there for number 9, Barry and Robin Gear. In second place, number 2, Bill Penfold and T. Baxter. Third place to number 23, Billy Penfold and Peter Taylor. Fourth place to number 174, Duncan Fish and John Woggy. And in fifth place, number 25, Tony Penfold and another. The winner's time was 1 minute 53.33 seconds, giving an average speed of 37.22 miles per hour. One. Down the straight they come, and Ken Jarvis and Helen Day get to the first turn first, but they've got a very wide line round there as Martin Cuff and Jason Ralph zip up on the inside. Ken Jarvis now cutting back on the outside. And that lady passenger Helen Day holding down the sidecar wheel. They go into the next turn in second place. It's Martin Cuff and Jason Ralph leading. Ken Jarvis and Helen Day there in second place, giving it 4 down that straight. 173, John Fish and Clive Holland coming up on the inside to take that second place from Ken Jarvis and Helen Day, and also Peter French and Clive Holland in there somewhere in the spot. In there somewhere in Ken Jarvis, after a brilliant start, is slowly moving his way back down the field. At half distance then, it's Martin Cup and Jason Ralph on the Golden V twin from John Fish and Clive Holland, from Peter French and Dave Hollands. Then it's 151, Graham Hilton and Simon Wall, and then Ken Jarvis and Ellen Day. Seems like they got problems. Such a brilliant start. They seem to be sidelined in this one. Round the last turn then, for the last time, Martin Cuff and Jason Ralph. Not the last time, sorry, for the last lap flag. Now John Fish is making his move. With Clive Holland in the chair, and on the inside he goes. No, is he going to get there? It's all tight stuff on this corner as they go down that back straight for the last time now, alongside the fence. There'll be some waving and cheering going on down there, I'm sure, as they go into that last turn. Martin Cuff and Jason Ralph leading this one. John Fish and Clive Holland trying real hard in second place. The two Golden Beast wins. Very close as they go over the line, but Martin Cuff takes it. John Fish in second, Peter French in third, Graham Hilton in fourth. 128, Martin Cuff and Jason Ralph. In second place it was 173, John Fish and Clive Holland. Third place 273, Peter French and Dave Holland. Fourth place 151, Graham Hilton and Simon Wall. And in fifth place, number 68, Ken Jarvis and Helen Day. The winner's time was 1 minute 50.19 seconds, speed of 38.29 miles per hour. An amendment to race 2, ladies and gentlemen, an amendment to race 2, the 250cc solos, as a red flag was put up in error for the accident on the last lap. The result will stand as it was over the third lap, as they came across the line on the third lap. And it doesn't alter your result too much, it just means that in 8th place it wasn't 46, it was number 12. 8th place was number 12, and in 9th place it was 46. These again are left-hand chariots as they go into the first turn. Kev Bovis and Nigel Field get there first, taking the long way round, and Ron and Les Jarvis pulling up on the second place. Kev Bovis and Nigel Field now trying the long way around the outside, moving back up into second. Right alongside Ron and Les Jarvis, they go very wide round that corner. Dominic Doyle takes up the running now. Kev Bovis is through into second. Dominic Doyle and Michael Chatham taking up the lead. This is good stuff from the left-hand side cars here this afternoon. Kev Bovis trying to go right around the outside, and he does it. But Dominic Doyle gets his wheels in line first. First down the straight, he does it over his shoulder. He knows that Kev Bovis is there. Ron and Les Jarvis are now back in third. Kev Bovis has gone right around the outside again this time. He's got the throttle open. He's gone very wide. Dominic Doyle's still got the advantage. Dominic Doyle leading in with Michael Chatham in the chair, and then it's Kev Bovis and Nigel Field in second place. Andy Wood, and we think Stuart the Aim is in third place. Problems for Ron and Les Jarvis. They've moved on to the centre green, and the battle continues as the last lap flag comes out. Dominic Doyle leading. Kev Bovis this time trying to pull a tighter line and go up on the inside, but it's not no gap there, no room for him, no room in the inn. He probably thinks he's Jesus. Round they go then. Dominic Doyle and Michael Chatham leading. Kev Bovis and Nigel Field this time. Another try down the back straight. As they come into the last turn, this time it's for the last time. Dominic Doyle and Michael Chatham go a little bit wide. Kev Bovis is pushing on the inside. It's going to be close as they come up to the finish. Oh, that was close. I'll have to leave that to the lap scorers. It's their decision. Real well close finish there. In third place, Andy Wood and possibly Stuart the Amers. Race 5, the left-hand sidecars. An incredible race and a lot of racing and a good finish. And indeed, on the line it was number 19, Dominic Doyle and Michael Cheetham, that took first place. In second place, by a whisker, it was number 60, Kev Bovis and Nigel Field. And in third place, number 26, Andy Wood and another. No fourth finisher. The winner's time was 1 minute 49.90 seconds, an average speed of 38.39 miles per hour. It's Mark Giles that takes up the running. Chris Frittenden in hot pursuit, and Graham Brown all in there somewhere on the first turn. Mark Giles, Graham Brown. Justin Shaw is there in fourth place. Out of the turn they come then, the battle is on. Graham Brown forges his way to the front. Chris Frittenden is right there with him. Mark Giles in third place. Chris Frittenden goes after Graham Brown. Hell for leather as they go round this turn. It's Graham Brown now from Chris Frittenden. Graham Brown leading, Chris Frittenden in second place, then Mark Giles still holding on to third, then Justin Shaw, then Kevin Buck, Robin Pilcher. At the front end. Graham Brown fights back on the inside, but it's Chris Frittenden has got it this time with one more lap to go. Chris Frittenden looks down to the front of his machine. I think he's got problems. He's gone a little wide on that corner. I don't know if he's picked up a front puncher or something, but not looking too clever at this moment. Back wheel of Graham Brown, but Graham Brown leads his last. Chris Frittenden again, looks like he's got problems. He's looking down to the front of that machine. As Mark Giles goes by up into second place. Here comes the checkered flag. It's going to be a fight to the finish, and Mark Giles takes it. Mark Giles gets it from Graham Brown in second, then Kevin Buck, then Justin Shaw, Robin Pilcher, Chris Frittenden. Not sure what's wrong. There's certainly something wrong on the front of his machine. Might be a suspension problem. Michael Peters, Adrian Harden, race 6. In first place it was 26. Mark Giles came from nowhere at the end there. In second place it was number 122, Graham Brown. Third was number 27, Kevin Buck. Fourth, 187, Justin Shaw. Fifth, number 174, Robin Pilcher. Sixth place, number 3, Chris Frittenden. Seventh place, number 37, Michael Peters. Eighth place, number 2, Adrian Harden. Ninth place, number 45, James Peters. No other finishers. The winner's time 1 minute 34.31 seconds, giving an average speed of 44.73 miles per hour. Julian Phipps that leads with Paul Smith in second place, then Paul Morphy and Dean Camia. Dean Camia moves up to third, up to second, he comes out of that corner. Julian Phipps leads from Dean Camia in second place. Julian Phipps goes wide, Dean Camia on a slightly tighter line, and trying his hardest to come on terms, but it's Julian Phipps from Dean Camia, from Lewis Ackerman, then Jason Wilby, Paul Smith, Dave Hollingsby, Paul Morphy, Adrian Phipps, and Jim Mouse. Comes up on this turn. Julian Phipps goes a little wide again, and 44, Dean Camia's right in there with him. Dean's first season on a 500cc machine, campaigning at 250. He's looking over his shoulder, he knows the man's there, the last lap flag has gone, Julian Phipps is leading, Dean Camia is pushing hard in second place. They evenly powered as they go down that back straight now. Dean Camia's made his move on the outside, he's right up alongside Julian Phipps. Julian Phipps comes round the turn, they've gone wide, it's Julian Phipps that's going to take it. Julian Phipps takes the win from Dean Camia in second place. Jason will be a good third place for him, and Lewis Ackerman and Dave Hollingsby. Win there for number 73. A good win for number 73, Julian Phipps. In second place it was 44, Dean Camia. Third place, 65, Jason Wilby. Fourth place, 127, Lewis Ackerman. Fifth place, number 5, Dave Hollingsby. Sixth place, 76, Adrian Phipps. Seventh, 17, Tim Mount. And in eighth place, number 9, the additional runner, Paul Smith. Now ninth place, the winner's time, 1 minute 30.48 seconds, giving an average speed of 46.63 miles per hour. Congratulations to the starter this afternoon. He's certainly getting them away nice and even. Into the first turn they come then. It's Duncan Tolhurst and Paul Baseby leading this one. Jim Bennett moving up on the inside with Steve Hargraves in the chair. So Duncan Tolhurst and Paul Baseby leading. Tim Bennett there in second place. Mick Turrell and Stuart Coe moved up to third ahead of Lee Ray. Gavin Newley coming past Lee Ray as well. Lee Ray's got a problem there. Machine didn't quite seem to zip down that straight as it has done the others. Duncan Tolhurst still leading. Mick Turrell trying to go around the outside of him. Jim Bennett holding on to third at the moment, but it's all systems go on those front four. You could put all four in a van, throw a blanket over them. They're that close together. Duncan Tolhurst still leading. Gavin Newley coming up there on the inside of Duncan Tolhurst. Seemed to shut the throttle and lose his bottle at the wrong moment. Jim Bennett now goes round the outside. And Mick Turrell's down to fourth. Look at them coming round this corner now. Jim Bennett very, very wide. Gavin Newley's got the lead. Duncan Tolhurst is in second place with Paul Baseby. Tim Bennett's gone for that second. Gavin Newley leading. Jim Bennett in second place. Duncan Tolhurst in third. Mick Turrell and Stuart Coe there in fourth. Come round this last turn for the last time. The checkered flag's out this time. Gavin Newley's got a nice inside line. He's got it good. He's coming round there. Gavin Newley and Simon Beattie take the win from Tim Bennett. And Steve Hargraves in second. Then Duncan Tolhurst and Paul Baseby in third. Race 8. Right-hand side cars will start with the man that won it. And the man that won it was 101. Gavin Newley and Simon Beattie. In second place, it was number 74. Duncan Tolhurst and Paul Baseby. In third place, number 26. Mick Turrell and Stuart Coe. Fourth place to number 6, Lee Ray and Chris Wall. Fifth place to 184, John Hiscock and Graham Ashby. No sixth finisher, the winner's time 1 minute 26.37 seconds, an average speed of 48.85 miles per hour, and Tim Bennett has been excluded for course cutting. Takes up the lead in this one. Mark Edwards and Will Jones leading out of that turn. Rick Colvin and Matthew Dix in second place and pushing hard on the Fireblade. Then it's Sean Body and Wayne Russell, then Vaughan Robertson, Simon Wall. Colin Hill seems to have lost his passenger. He's going to retire into the centre green. Can't see where his passenger is. On the line, left from the start. Number 8 then, Mark Edwards, leading this one. With Will Jones in the chair. Look at that race on there for third place between Sean Body and Vaughan Roberts. But Rick Colvin and Matthew Dix, they're having a good ride on that Honda Fireblade RCS. That's Rick Colvin special. Part of the Colvin Dixon Smith racing team. Last lap flag goes for Mark Edwards and Will Jones. Rick Colvin and Matthew Dix there in second place. Then it's Vaughan Roberts and Simon Wall having got the better of Sean Body and Wayne Russell. And then John and Wayne Stafford bringing up the rear. Round the last turn for the last time then, throttles are open. It's number 8, Mark Edwards and Will Jones to take the win from Rick Colvin and Matthew Dix. In Steve Smith's leathers, that's what's confusing me. In race 9 and a fine win for number 8, Mark Edwards and Will Jones. Back after blowing up their engine a couple of weeks ago, and seems to be really on song this afternoon. In second place, it's 112, Rick Colvin and Matt Dix. In third place, it's number 20, Vaughan Robertson, Simon Wall. In fourth place, number 1, Sean Boddy and Wayne Russell. Fifth place, number 81, John and Wayne Stafford. No sixth finisher. The winner's time was 1 minute 23.37 seconds, an average speed of 50.60 miles per hour. Afternoon, and it's good to see number 29 Paul Knott in there. He had a spill in practice and had a lot of work to do to get his machinery ready for this one, but he's in third place as they go round that first turn. Second place. Then Jonathan Ross, sorry. Neil Scopes, Kevin Butt, Jonathan Ross, Paul Knott, Phil Ranson, Tim Mount. Got the confidence boost in rides and he'll be well away again. Neil Scopes goes out with problems. Kevin Buck leading for the South Midlands Centre. Jonathan Ross in there in second place, then Phil Ranson, then Paul Knott, then Gareth Robertson, Tim Mills, Adrian Alan Dan. And Mitch Cook bringing up the rear. Past that flag goes, Kevin Buck's holding on to it, Jonathan Ross in second. Then Phil Ranson and Paul Knott and Tim Mount. Gareth Roberts out with problems, that's bad luck for him. Going to be off there. That was bad luck for Gareth Roberts. Doing so well in that one. As they come round the last turn, for the last time, and the checkered flag is out. Who's it going to be out of these two? Jonathan Ross takes it from Kevin Butt. Phil Ranson, Paul Knott, Tim Mount. 10, the 350cc solos, and don't worry if the speed looks a bit funny, we're going to correct the rest later. Race 10 was a win for number 25, Jonathan Ross, and a good win for one of our newcomers. In second place, it was number 27, Kevin Buck from the South Midlands Centre. In third place, it was number 6, Phil Ranson from the Eastern Centre, and in fourth place, our very own 29, Paul Knott. Fifth place to 17, Tim Mount. Sixth place to 37, Michael Peters. Seventh place to number 2, Adrian Harden. Eighth place to number 20, Alan Dan. And ninth place to number 11, Mitch Cook. No 10th or 11th finishers. The winner's time was 1 minute 36.97 seconds, giving an average speed of 49.30 miles per hour. Taking the place of number 40, Hayden Beebe, and it's 139, Dave Mears that goes down to the first turn first. Roy Sizemore in second place on the inside of Vince Kinchin, taking the pair of them and leading out of that turn. Going into the fifth turn, he winds on the throttle. Vince Kinchin pushing hard there in second place. He's coming right up on the inside, but it's Dave Mears leading. Vince Kinchin in second. Then Paul Ewings, Roy Sizemore, Paul Watson, Steve King, Brian Cornelius, Terry Masigan. The red flags are out. There's somebody dropped it on that turn. Not sure who it is. 1 entry box. It's Dave Mears again that makes it from Vincent Kinchin in second place, then Paul Ewings and Paul Watson. Vince Kinchin, clear track in front of him. He's well away this time. It's Vince Kinchin from Dave Mears, from Paul Ewings, Roy Sizemore, Paul Watson, Brian Cornelius, Terry Massingham, Mark John, Keith Webb, Keith Webb makes a move on Mark John, and the front is Vincent Kinchin from Dave Mears, from Paul Ewings. Paul Watson getting the better of Roy Sizemore, then Brian Cornelius, then Terry Massingham. He's left right by the back wheel all locked up there. The chain is smashed in the rear wheel of Mark Dodd. Dangerous place to stop, son. 18, Vincent Kinchin, 139, Dave Mears, then Paul Ewings, Paul Watson, Roy Sizemore. Vincent Kinchin takes the win. 139 Dave Mears in second place. Then Paul Ewings. Paul Watson. There for number 18, Vince Kinchin in second place. 139 Dave Mears. Third place, number 72, Paul Ewings. And fourth place, 331, Paul Watson. Fifth place, number 231, Roy Sizemore. Sixth place, number 48, Brian Cornelius. Seventh place, 213. 213. Terry Massingham. Then he said Roy Sizemore, he's 231. And in eighth place, number 52, Keith Webb. Ninth place, number 113, Chris Tame. No other finishers. The winner's time at 1 minute 31.34 seconds, giving an incredible speed of 52.34 miles per hour. Takes have flown, they're on their way down the straight. Lee Street it is that gets to the first turn first, ahead of Gary Wells in second place, and then Steve Syrett in third. Gary Wells working on the throttle. No, Dave Rumsey. I said we've got to watch that Dave Rumsey. Dave Rumsey moves up into third. Challenges on the back wheel now of Gary Wells. Steve Syrett gets himself into a spot of bother. Chris still trying to go around the outside of him, but it's Lee Street well clear up at the front this time, getting away from the opposition. Lee Street. And Dave Rumsey in second, Brian Cornelius up to third. Lee Street then, Dave Rumsey, Brian Cornelius, Steve Syrett, Chris Still, Malcolm Beanie and John Pilcher. And Colin Hutton bringing up the rear. Colin Hutton, ex-side car driver. We lost Gary Wells on that corner, but he's back in the running at the back of the field. There goes the last lap flag. It's Lee Street leading from Dave Rumsey, from Brian Cornelius, Steve Syrett, Chris Still, John Pilcher, Malcolm Beanie, and Colin Hutton. And Gary Wells then bringing up the rear. And that's him going so well. He's going to have to make up the points in his third ride. There goes the checkered flag, a win for number 75, Lee Street. Second place to number 10, Dave Rumsey. Then Brian Cornelius, Steve Syrett, Chris Still, John Pilcher, Malcolm Beanie, Colin Hutton. And bringing up the rear there, Gary Wells. Race 12 then, race 12, the 250cc solos, and the win there for number 75, Lee Street. In second place it's number 10, Dave Rumsey. Third place to 48, Brian Cornelius. Fourth place, number 62, Steve Syrett. Fifth place, number 82, Chris Still. Sixth place to 49, John Pilcher. Seventh place to 720, Malcolm Beanie. Eighth place, 131, Colin Hutton. And ninth place, number 70, Gary Wells. No 10th finisher. The winner's time was 1 minute 34.05 seconds, giving an average speed of 50.83 miles per hour. 50.83. Race 13 it is then, and Richard Smith goes for gold in this one, ahead of Adrian Squirrell in second place, Woggy Giles there in third, then Chris Pay. Whoever he was, on that turn. Could be 73, Kenny Stone actually. Well, Adrian Squirrell's made the most of it, got past Richard Smith, he's heading the field now. Adam Ship is up in third place, Woggy Giles is down to fourth, Chris Pay's got problems. 31, Simmons, squeezing on up into fourth place, sorry, fifth place. Round they come then on the front line, it's 32, Adrian Squirrell leading from Richard Smith in second. Adam Ship in third. Woggy Giles in fourth, then Paul Simmons, then Mark Powell, then Roy Lee, Alan Dan, Rob Hargraves, he's back in after the first leg, so that's good. Round that front. Oh, look at Richard Smith coming up on the inside of Adrian Squirrell, the last lap flag, it's Richard Smith that's leading. 32, Adrian Squirrell in second place, then Adam Ship and Woggy Giles, Paul Simmons, Mark Powell, look at Adrian Smith coming back under, Adrian Squirrell coming back under, Richard Smith on that fifth turn, they enter into there, Adrian Squirrell's made the most of it, but he's gone a bit wide, Richard Smith's on the inside, begging for it back again, they come through to the finish, it's Richard Smith from Adrian Squirrell, from Adam Ship, Woggy Giles, Paul Simmons, Mark Powell. A win in first place for number 33, Richard Smith. That's 2 rides and 2 wins for him this afternoon, matching Lee Street's running total. In second place, it's 32, Adrian Squirrell. Third place, 16, Adam Ship. Fourth place, 300, Woggy Giles. Fifth place, 31, Paul Simmons. Sixth place, 74, Mark Powell. Seventh place, number 12, Roy League. Eighth place, number 23, Rob Hargraves. And ninth place, number 20. And no other finishers. The winner's time was 1 minute 34.10 seconds, an average speed of 50.80 miles per hour. Memorial trophies here this afternoon. Tony Penfold leads into the first turn with his secret passenger, Special Agent. Round the turn they go then. Leading this one, they've had a cracking start there earlier on with a mechanical failure rob to a victory in that one, but they're out with a vengeance this time. In second place, that's John Fish and Clive Holland. And in third place is Kev Bovis and Nigel Field. And another. Leading John Fish and Clive Holland, who are in there with a fighting chance at the moment. Good tight line for John Fish out of that corner as he comes up alongside. Takes the lead from Tony Benfold. Tony Benfold fights back on the outside. I've heard it said that, oh, look at that. Beautiful bit of corner there from Tony Benfold as he takes the lead back again. Another one trying to take much of the monster of John Fish. That he wouldn't have his hair cut until John Fish won the final, and John Fish went up to Woodbridge and won the final the other week, and sure enough, Brother Shaw had his hair cut. He said he'd have his head shaven today if John Fish wins the final. We'll see if we can hold him to that one as well. Down the back straight they go then, 25. Tony Benfold and they another from John Fish. John Fish again makes a move on this last turn. He's trying the outside line at the moment, he's pushing hard. Don't think he's going to get there though, 25. Tony Benfold. And they another, ahead of John Fish and Clive Holland, a good second place for them. And Kev Bovis and Nigel Field. Then Ron and Les Jarvis. Win there for number 25, Tony Benfold. Second place, and another, who's with him today. Second place, 173, John Fish and Clive Holland. Third place to number 60, Kev Bovis and Nigel Field. Fourth place to 209, Ron and Les Jarvis. Fifth to 151, Graham Hilton and Simon Wall. The winner's time was 1 minute 42.02 seconds, an average speed of 46.86 miles per hour. Time. Peter French and Clive Hollands go into the first corner first from Duncan Fish and John Wadey, then Billy Penfold and Peter Taylor, then Ken Jarvis and Helen Day. They are running a passenger at the moment in the sidecar classes. Sure there must be some more girls there that would like to have a go. Problems for Ken Jarvis and Helen Day as I say that. Round they come then, it's Peter French and Dave Hollands from John Fish, Duncan Fish and John Wadey. Billy Benfold and Peter Taylor trying to go around the outside of them now, spluttering and banging for Ken Jarvis. Bad luck for him, he's had quite a few mechanical difficulties this year, and just as he seems to be getting the hang of it, the gremlins reappear. Peter French, Dave Hollands, and half distance from Duncan Fish and John Wadey, Billy Benfold and Peter Taylor. Very wide line for Ken Jarvis and Helen Day as they splutter and pop. They're just trying to get the race points. Terrible electronic misfire, I think, for Ken Jarvis and Helen Day. Meanwhile, Peter French and Dave Hollands by. Looks like a comfortable win for them this time out. Duncan Fish and John Wadey holding to second place, but Billy Benfold and Peter Taylor all over their back wheel as they catch up with the spluttering Ken Jarvis on the last turn. There goes the checkered flag and a win, a fine win for Peter French and Dave Hollands. Duncan Fish and John Wadey take second, then Billy Benfold and Peter Taylor, and then number 68. Ken Jarvis and Helen Day. And a win there for number 273, Peter French and Dave Holland. In second place was 174, Duncan Fish and John Wadey, and in third place was number 23, Billy Penfold and Peter Taylor. Fourth place to number 68, Ken Jarvis and Helen Day. The winner's time was 1 minute 42.58 seconds, giving an average speed of 46.60 miles per hour. first straight they go, number 9. Barry and Robin Gear lead into the first turn. Martin Cuff and Jason Ralph are in there in second place. Both those lads from 7 Oaks area, one pair from Steel and the others from... Wheeled, that began with W. Wheeled, 7 Oaks Wheeled. But here they come then. Alpha Leather, number 9. Barry and Robin Gear leading Martin Cuff and Jason Ralph from Dominic Doyle and Martin Chatham. And Andy Wood. Still going then, bringing up the rear. Round that turn they come then. Martin Cuff this time getting the inside run on Barry Gear, or is he? Barry and Robin Gear at half distance leading this one. Martin Cuff and Jason Ralph in hot pursuit, really pushing hard on the Golden Beast win in second place. But the Yamaha is absolutely flying at the moment. Round the turn they come then, nicely tight on those inside pegs, the throttles are open. Look at Martin Cuff coming up the inside again now as the last lap flag goes. He really puts Barry and Robin Gear under pressure. This time he's trying the outside run round. Barry and Robin Gear leading it. Martin Cuff chasing up, coming right up onto the back wheel on that corner. Down this straight they go. There's just one more turn left in this one. Can Martin Cuff do it? He's trying, he's desperate, he's pushing hard in second place. He's trying the outside run this time, but they really, Barry and Robin Gear have taken it by storm. Barry and Robin Gear in first place, right up there behind him, Martin Cuff and Jason Ralph. Jason Ralph giving him a thumbs up, saying, that's all right, son, second's good enough in this one, it's the final we want. Dominic Doyle and Michael Chatham in third, and then Andy Wood and another. Race 16 then, race 16, a fine win for number 9, Barry and Robin Gear. In second place, a good second, fighting all the way from 128, Martin Cuff and Jason Ralph. In third place, number 19, Dominic Doyle and Michael Chatham. And in fourth place it was 26, Andy Wood and another. The winner's time was 1 minute 43.62 seconds, giving an average speed of 46.13 miles per hour. The line they go, then it's Julian Phipps that leads from Mark Giles and Chris Tritton. That's the front three as they go round the turn there. Mark Giles moves up into second and Julian Phipps goes down to third. Chris Tritton got the throttle open this time. He's going places here at Frittenden. Always rides well at Frittenden as Chris Tritton, Mark Giles and Julian Phipps. Three of our up and coming riders. We'll be giving the best. Round they come then, Chris Tritton. The campaigner in the southeast from Mark Giles. Really coming on song these days. Then Julian Phipps. Sponsored by Woodstock Carpet. But Chris Tritton's got it at the moment. He's lost none of his spark. He comes round the turn, pushing hard. Let's look at Mark Giles going in on him now. They enter the last lap. Chris Tritton leading, Mark Giles trying to take him by surprise. He will be rising on the inside. Chris Tritton fall for that one. Into the last turn they go then. It's Chris Tritton leading. Mark Giles is in there in second place. He's on that inside line. Can he make the most of it? Does it go towards the line? No, Frittenden takes it. Mark Giles in second. Then Julian Phipps. Justin Shaw. Therefore, number 3, Chris Frittenden. Second place to number 26, Mark Giles. Third place to number 73, Julian Phipps. Fourth place to number 187, Justin Shaw. Fifth place to number 17, Tim Mount. Sixth place to number 37, Michael Peters. Seventh place number 45, James Peters. No other finishers. The winner's time 1 minute 29.54 seconds, giving an average speed of 53.39 miles per hour. Underway, additional runners here are 174, Robin Pilcher, and 27, Kevin Buck. Into the lead goes 44, Dean Camia. Dean Camia leads. 122, Graham Brown in second place. Dean Camia, Graham Brown, Lewis Ackerman, Robin Pilcher, Kevin Buck, Jason Wilby, Dave Mears, Adrian Phipps, Adrian Hart. Way around the circuit now, we're interested to get the speed time of this one and compare it with the previous. 44, Dean Camia. From Graham Brown, Lewis Ackerman, Robin Pilcher, Jason Wilby, Kevin Buck, Adrian Phipps, Dave Mears and Adrian Hart. Very nice in front of Hart. One lap to go. Dean Camia leading on the GM. From the Java mounted Graham Brown. Then it's Lewis Ackerman, Robin Pilcher, Jason Wilby, Kevin Buck, Adrian Phipps, Dave Mears. And Adrian Hart. Last time. Catching up to the tail end of stuff. It's 44. Dean Camia scorches to the win. From Graham Brown in second. Then Lewis Ackerman. Then Robin Pilcher. Jason Wilby, Kevin Buck, Dave Hollingsby, Adrian Phipps, the other one. Race 18 then. Race 18 was a win for number 44, Dean Camia. Second place, number 122, Graham Brown. Third place, 127, Lewis Ackerman. Fourth place, 174, Robin Pilcher. Fifth place, 27, Lewis Ackerman. It might be 127, Lewis Ackerman. Sixth place to number 5, Dave Hollingsby. Seventh place to number 76, Julian Phipps. Eighth place, number 2, Adrian Harden. No other finishers. The winner's time was 1 minute 27.43 seconds, an average speed of 54.68 miles per hour. Gets a better start this time. He's right up the teammate's rear end. That's number 8, Mark Edwards, and Will Jones. So it's Mark Edwards and Will Jones, John Hiscock and Graham Ashby, Sean Broddy, Wayne Russell. And the race goes on. Mick Carroll and Stuart join this one from John Hiscock and Graham Ashby from 26 Mick Currell and Stuart Coe, then Sean Body, Wayne Russell, then Lee Ray and Simon Wall. Surprised to see them so far down the field this afternoon. Mark Edwards, Will Jones, 1 lap to go. And John Hiscock, Graham Ashby. Meanwhile, the race continues then as they enter the last turn for the last time. It looks like, oh, look at Mick Currell just coming past John Hiscock there on that last turn. The win goes to number 8, Mark Edwards and Will Jones. Then Mick Currell, Stuart Coe, John Hiscock, Graham Ashby. 19, race 19 was a win there for number 8, Mark Edwards and Will Jones. In second place, it was number 26. Mick Currell and Stuart Coe. Good ride from them. In third place, 184, John Hiscock and Graham Ashby. In fourth place, it was number 6, Lee Ray and Chris Wall. Fifth place, number 1, Sean Body, Wayne Russell. And in sixth place was number 25, Colin Hill and Mark Langmaid. The winner's time was 1 minute 20.48 seconds, giving an average speed of 52.42 miles per hour. Holding on to third. Bennett goes a little wide. Duncan Tollers is pushing there on the inside, but it's Duncan Tollers that holds on to it at the moment. Now look at Gavin Newley coming up on the back wheel of Rick Colvin. John and Wayne Stafford bringing up the rear. Those front outfits, the front two especially, are very close together at this moment in time. Tim Bennett leads. Duncan Tollers pushing hard in second place. Tries to go around the outside of Tim Bennett this time. Tim Bennett's got a good line out of that corner. Duncan Tollers pushing hard in second place. Rick Colvin waiting for a mistake from those first two, and he could be through there. And Gavin Newlin trying to come up from fourth to third. Tim Bennett leading down that back straight. Got a good lead on Duncan Tollers at the moment, but Duncan could just be leading you into a full sense of security. Round that corner they come. Another good line from Tim Bennett. As the last lap flag, then it's Tim Bennett, Steve Hargraves from Duncan Tollers, Paul Baseby, then Rick Colvin, Matt Dix, Gavin Newlin, Simon Beanie, then John and Wayne Stafford bringing up the rear. Well, it's all action stuff on the front line as Duncan Tollers goes right round Tim Bennett on that turn. Can he hold on to that advantage? He's gone very wide. Tim Bennett seems to have it in the bag this time. As the checkered flag goes, it's a win for Tim Bennett from Duncan Tollers in second. Then Rick Colvin and Matt Dix, then Gavin Newlin and Simon Beanie. Fine win for number 12, Tim Bennett and Steve Hargraves. In second place, it was number 74, Duncan Tollers and Paul Baseby pushing all the way. Third place, consistent riding here this afternoon from number 112, Rick Colvin and Matt Dix. Fourth place to number 101, Gavin Newlin and Simon Beanie. And fifth place, number 81, John and Wayne Stafford. No sixth finisher, the winner's time was 1 minute 21.67 seconds, a speed of 51.66 miles per hour. Flat out and down the straight. 139, Dave Mears goes into the lead. From Paul Lyons Ewing, second place, Paul Watson in there in third. John Ross comes up into third place ahead of Paul Watson now, and look at Kevin Buck going around the outside of the lot of them. Alpha leather stuff as they come down here now. It's 139, Dave Mears from Paul Lyons Ewing's Jonathan Rosson. Paul Watson, Tim Mount, Paul Knott. Roy Sizemore, Kevin Buck, Michael Peters. Nathan Allendan bringing up the rear. Roy Sizemore now trying to make up a few places in the midfield. It's 139, Dave Mears has got it all his own way at the moment from Paul Ewings in second, then John Ross, then 331 Paul Watson and Roy Sizemore, Tim Mount, Paul Knott, Kevin Buck, Michael Peters. Down the turn they come then. One more lap to go for Dave Mears, Paul Ewing, John Ross, Paul Watson and Roy Sizemore side by side. Paul not there. Struggling to come on the turn to let the check this afternoon. Now goes Paul Ewing, that's bad luck for him. Meanwhile the battle goes on as 139 Dave Mears takes that checkered flag. Followed by John Ross, Roy Sizemore, Paul Watson, Paul Knott, Kevin Buck, Tim Mount. Race 21 was a fine win for number 139 Dave Mears. In second place it was 25 Jonathan Ross. Third place to number 231 Roy Sizemore. Fourth place to 331 Paul Watson. Fifth place to number 29 Paul Knott. Sixth place to number 27 Kevin Buck. 7th place to 17, Tim Mount. 8th place to number 37, Michael Peters. 9th to number 72, Paul Ewings. 10th to number 20, Alan Dan. 3.44 miles per hour. This is race 22. Keith Webb seems to have made a faux pas on the start line. Number 15. Mechanical failure in the first out. It means he needs 2 wins to get through to the final here this afternoon. And even that might not be enough. 15, Neil Scopes leads from 66, Steve King, Phil Ranson, Adrian Squirrell, Brian Cornelius, Terry Massingham, Gareth Roberts and Mitch Cook. Down the top of the last line down there by the fifth. And Neil Scopes continues his winning way. 15, Neil Scope, 66, Steve King, 6, Phil Ranson, 48, Brian Cornelius, 2, Adrian Squirrell, 213, Terry Massingham, 7, Gareth Roberts, 11, Mitch Cook. That's the firing order as they come round now. Looking at the half lap flag is 15, Neil Scope, just look over his shoulder, sees where the opposition is, he's got it comfortable this time. Phil Ranson moves up into second ahead of Steve King. 48, Brian Cornelius, Adrian Squirrell, Gareth Roberts, Terry Massingham, Mitch Cook. Second flag goes down then this time round. It's 15, Neil Scope takes the win. From Phil Ranson in second, Steve King in third, Brian Cornelius in fourth, Adrian Squirrell in fifth, then Gareth Roberts. Race 22 was a win for number 15 and Neil Scopes, his first win this afternoon. In second place it was number 6, Phil Ranson. Third place, 66, Steve King. Fourth place, 48, Brian Cornelius. Fifth place, number 2, Adrian Squirrell. Sixth place, number 7, Gareth Roberts. And seventh place, number 213, Terry Massingham. No other finishers. The winner's time 1 minute 32.44 seconds. Give an average speed of 51.71 miles per hour. First past the commentary box in this one as he heads into that first turn leading. Gary Wells in fourth. Second, Down the turn he comes. Good drift on, the water holding the dust down. It's Richard Smith that leads. It's Steve Syrett in second and Gary Wells in third. Then Woggy, Giles, Mark Powell, Brian Cornelius, Malcolm Beanie, Colin Hutton, Paul Simmons and Bob Hargrave. Richard Smith then, whirling his way out of that corner, making a bit of dust fly on the outside of the circuit, but the front wheel pawing the air as he goes past the commentary box here. It's Richard Smith now with almost half a lap lead. Richard Smith, I exaggerate a little, he's got a quarter of a lap lead. Away he goes down that back straight. William Wheat is past the finish at the end of the turn, and down goes Rob Hargrave. He fell off there earlier this afternoon. He's up, he's okay, he's picking the bike up. 33, Richard Smith takes the last lap flag. Look at the battle coming up here for second place as Woggy Giles is holding on to second with Stevie Syrett now in third, then Gary Wells in fourth. Brian Cornelius, down goes Malcolm Beanie, I think that was lit off on the turn that time. Richard Smith then, round the last turn for the last time, checkered flags always, 3 rides, 3 wins in the heat. Woggy Giles takes second with a big misfire on that machine, but he's got that second place in the bag. Then it's Gary Wells, then it's Steve Syrett. I'll give it to you after this one. This is race 24 and Lee Street goes scorching into the lead again. So very fast, Lee Street. With 2 rides and 2 wins to his credit. This is going to be the 3rd ride. Will it be the 3rd win? 75, Lee Street. Oh, look at the front wheel lift out of that corner. Sheer drive he got out of that turn. From 32, Adrian Squirrell in second place, then Adam Shipp, then Chris Still, then Dave Rumsey, then Chris Pilcher, John Pilcher, Roy Lee, Colin Osborne, oh, Lee Street seems to have all his own way here. Comes around that turn, he's winding up the throttle. Adrian Squirrell's gone very wide. Adam Shipp's in there in 3rd place, Chris Still and Chris Pay side by side almost, then Dave Rumsey, then John Pilcher, Roy Lee, Colin Osborne, Alan Dan. Nice tight line there for Lee Street as he slides a little wider coming out of the turn there. He's got it all going places. It's 75, Lee Street. From 32, Adrian Squirrell. From 16, Adam Shipp. And 82, Chris Still and Chris Pay, Dave Rumsey, John Pilcher. Followed by Roy Lee, Colin Osborne and Alan Dan. Lee Street takes it in behind him. He sees it all in the safe distance. He's not in too much of a hurry this time as he comes out of that turn. Time for a wheelie as he crosses the line and takes the checkered flag. 2nd place to Adrian Squirrell. 3rd place, Adam Shipp. Followed by Chris Still, Chris Pay, Dave Rumsey. 23, not the race you've just seen, but race 23. The result is a win for 33, 2nd, 300, 3rd, 62, 4th, 70, 5th, 48, 6th, 74, 7th, 73, 8th, 131, 9th, 31, 10th, 23. Winner's time 1 minute 37.81 seconds, a speed of 48.39 miles per hour. And race 24, the race you have just seen, race 24, was a win for 75, 2nd 32, 3rd 16, 4th 82, 5th 59, 6th number 10, 7th 49, 8th number 12, 9th 46, 10th number 20. The winner's time 1 minute 39.30 seconds, a speed of 48.14 miles per hour. Martin Cuff and Jason Ralph lead down to the first turn from Billy Penfold and Peter Taylor, Ron and Les Jarvis, and then Kev Bovis and Nigel Field bringing up the rear. Here we go. Jarvis, oh dear. Oh, I'm glad they sorted themselves out. Right, yeah, Wallace and Gromit are in third place at the moment. 128, Jason Ralph on the side of Martin Cuff, leading this one from Billy Penfold and Peter Taylor, Kev Bovis and Nigel Field. And we've lost Ron and Les Jarvis on that paddock turn, pushing into the 10th degree. 128, Martin Cuff and Jason Ralph leading on the Golden 1000 V-twin. Squirting the throttle, coming out of that turn, really flying some. 128. Martin Cuff and Jason Ralph from Billy Penfold and Peter Taylor. And now Kev Bovis is out with trouble. Kev Bovis and Nigel Field. They should have got it all going again. Not sure if their cut-out peg came out or what went wrong, but looks like they'll have to settle for third in this one. 128. Martin Cuff and Jason Ralph start the last lap from Billy Penfold and Peter Taylor in second. Kev Bovis and Nigel Field again have probably got problems. That could be a comfortable win for number 128, Martin Cuff. And Jason Ralph, they take the checkered flag on the 1000 Godden V-twin SGM chassis. From Billy Penfold and Peter Taylor on the Honda Fireblade in the Penfold frame. For 128, Martin Cuff and Jason Ralph. In second place, it was number 23, Billy Penfold and Peter Taylor. And in third place, number 60, Kev Bovis and Nigel Field. No other finishers, the winner's time at 1 minute 50.87 seconds, an average speed of 43.12 miles per hour. They head down this first straight. John Fish and Gary Moore seem to be misfiring a bit down that straight, but they held on to a lead and got into the first turn first. It could be very difficult now to get past them, but Peter French is going to overgo. Peter French has gone right down that back straight right alongside him. They're really going crazy. I think there are one or two outfits touching there, and look at these three coming ready. Put them all to the back of a transit van. Peter French has taken the wide line. Barry Gear has gone through on the inside. It's Barry and Robin Gear that have taken up the running in this one. Peter French is in hot pursuit in second place, and John Fish and Clive Holland had no answer to that whatsoever. Really, Peter French has gone round in a circle, but he's got it straightened out again. He's going to get back on the circuit, but he's relegated to third place. So John Fish and Clive Holland move up into second place. I thought that the pace that was all going out on the front line, somebody had to make a mistake somewhere. Round they come then, number 9, Barry and Robin Gear at half distance from John Fish and Clive Holland in second place. Then Peter French and Dave Hollands, Andy Wood and Stuart the Amis bringing up the rear in this one. Sounds like John Fish has got a rev limiter on his bike. Round they come then, flat out. One more lap to go. Barry and Robin Gear, 2 wins, 2 rides, 2 wins to their credit. And this could be the third one. John Fish and Clive Holland suffering the misfire in second place. That'll be a job for Bud Shaw when they get back to the pits. Peter French and Dave Holland before they're gaining a few yards now on John Fish and Clive Holland. So into the last turn for the last time, but coming out of that turn is number 9, supported by the 5 Bells, Sevenoaks. Barry and Robin Gear taking the checkered flag from John Fish and Clive Holland in second. Then 273, Peter French and Dave Hollands. 26 was a win for number 9, Barry and Robin Gear. 3 rides,
3 wins. Second place, number 173, John Fish and Clive Holland. Third place, 273, Peter French and Dave Hollands. And in fourth place, number 26, Andy Wood and Stuart Lee Amis. No other finishers. The winner's time, 1 minute 49.84 seconds, give an average speed of 43.52 miles per hour. 25. Tony and Tommy Penfold leading this one. Well clear on the first turn. Let's hope those mechanical gremlins don't get them this time. Absolutely fine in the back straight here at Frittenden. Their local territory. Stamping their authority on this one. Ken Jarvis and our lady passenger Helen Day plugging away there in second place. Then Duncan Fish and John Woggy and Graham Hilton, Simon Wall. Problems for Dominic Doyle and Michael Chatham. That's bad luck for them. They're going so well earlier in the day. I think the chain might be off on the back of that machine. It certainly sounded a bit metallic clinky in the back there. Round they come then, Tony and Tommy Penfold leading this one at half distance. Oh no. Ken Jarvis has picked up that misfire again. It seemed to be going very well for 2 laps, but it's starting to misfire now. Can he hold on to his advantage over those other 2 outfits with that misfiring nourish? Round the turn they come then, sliding a little bit wide, but the motor is on. They're going places. Tony and Tommy Penfold, the brothers from Hawkenbury. Then second place is Ken Jarvis and Helen Day, and they're going to struggle to hang on to that advantage now with just 1 lap to go with Duncan Fish and John Woggy making up a lot of room on them from behind. And then it's Graham Hill and Simon Wall in the fourth place. Runaway Victor so in this one, making it look so easy. He slides his way around that last turn, coming down to take the checkered flag. It's 25. Tony and Tommy Penfold, a comfortable win for them. The big battle on to see who's going to get. Bad luck there for Ken Jarvis, relegated to third place. Duncan Fish and John Woggy making the most of that misfire. Graham Hilton and Simon Beanie bringing up the rear. And the last of the qualifying of the left-hand side cars was a win there for number 25, Tony and Tommy Penfold. In second place, it was 174 Duncan Fish and John Woggy. In third place, 68, Ken Jarvis and Helen Day. And in fourth place, number 151, Graham Hilton and Simon Wall. The winner's time was 1 minute 49.10 seconds, a speed of 43.82 miles per hour. I know anyone at Chris Frittenden, it probably would have been. Here they go. 44, Dean Camia. 26, Mark Giles. 27, Kevin Buck. Down to this third turn. Kevin Buck hard on the back wheel of Mark Giles as they come round that corner now. It's 44, Dean Camia is leading on the Wilson Tarmac sponsored machine. From 26, Mark Giles. From 27, Kevin Buck. 65, Jason Wilby. 73, Julian Pitts. Here this afternoon, enjoying his ride round at Frittenden. Mark Giles in second, then Kevin Buck, Jason Wilby, Julian Phipps, Graham Brown, Justin Shaw, Dave Hollingsby. Now quite hard to go up the turn. for him as he looks down on the motor. Mark Giles makes the most of it. He slams through in first place as they take the last lap flag from Kevin Buck. Julian Phipps is now up to third. Jason Wilby down to fourth. On this last turn to see if he can get past Kevin Buck. And Mark Giles is going to do all he can to stay in front. So, there goes Julian Phipps, hard round the outside. I knew we'd expect something dynamic here. There goes Mark Giles for the win. Second, just Julian Phipps from Kevin Buck. Then Jason Wilby, Graham Brown and Dave Hollingsby. A win for number 26, Mark Giles. In second place it was 73, Julian Phipps. Third place was 27, Kevin Buck. Fourth place to number 65, Jason Wilby. Fifth place, number 122, Graham Brown. Sixth place, number 5, Dave Hollingsby. Seventh to 76, Adrian Phipps. Eighth to 45, James Peters. No 9th or 10th finishers. The winner's time was 1 minute 35.44 seconds and an average speed of 50.09 miles per hour. The other half of this afternoon's 500cc races, and Chris Frittenden zooms into the first turn first with Tim Mount in second place and Lewis Ackerman in third. Lewis Ackerman going round the outside of Frittenden absolutely fine here at Frittenden, as he usually does. A little wide out of that corner, but Lewis Ackerman's followed him right out there, so he didn't make any advantage out of that little mistake from Chris Frittenden. Chris Frittenden leading, Lewis Ackerman in second, going hard after him this time. And Adrian Harden. Look at Lewis Ackerman after Chris Frittenden. Chris Frittenden looks behind him to see where he is, throws dirt in his face and carries on up the straight. 3, Chris Frittenden at half distance, leading this one. Lewis Ackerman right on his back wheel, trying to go around the outside of him. Chris Frittenden back in the line and sits down that straight, pulling yards clear of Lewis Ackerman. It's trying very hard in second place. Lewis Ackerman due on the scene last year with a 250 and already mastering the 500. Chris Frittenden's chains off, he's out. Chris Frittenden loses it on this one. Past goes Lewis Ackerman. He's going for the win now. Pilcher there in third, then Tim Mount in fourth, then Michael Peters in fifth, and Adrian Harden in sixth. So it was bad luck for Chris Frittenden. I heard those revs rise, I knew the chain was off, and out went Chris Frittenden. A win for number 27, I think that's 127. Lewis Ackerman. From 174, Robin Pilcher. 17, Tim Mount. 29, give a cheer when you hear number 3. A win for number 127, Lewis Ackerman. In second place it was 174, Robin Pilcher. Third place was number 17, Tim Mount. Fourth place, number 37, Michael Peters. Fifth place, number 2, Adrian Harden. And sixth place, number 3, didn't hear much of a cheer, Chris Frittenden. The winner's time, 1 minute 36.21 seconds, a speed of 49.69 miles per hour. As Mark Edwards and Will Jones held the throttle on just a little bit longer on the first turn, but Mark Edwards has gone very wide and Rick Colvin's come up at the inside and overtook Mark Edwards. Mark Edwards flies back in on the outside, he catches a bump just wrong, it's thrown him wobbly on the corner. He's going after Rick Colvin. He goes round the outside, he takes that lead back. Rick Colvin and Matthew Dix are in there. That's like Red Rag to a bull overtaking Rick Colvin like that. Early comes in 8, Mark Edwards and Will Jones from Rick Colvin and Matt Dix pushing hard in second place, and it's John Hiscock and Graham Ashby, and then John and Wayne Stafford bringing up the rear. 4-horse race. Look at Rick Colvin going after Mark Edwards. As they come out of that turn, Mark Edwards just gets the legs on him. Down the straight they go then, and Rick Colvin having to settle for second place. Pushing hard though, Matt Dix, bum scraping good, he said, as he comes around that corner. Getting really down, pulling that bike in tight on the corners. He's not losing much ground on Mark Edwards. Mark Edwards leading then. Rick Colvin and Matt Dix in second place. Really enjoying their Frittenden scrap here as they gun after Mark Edwards. 2 seconds and a third. Will that be enough to put them in the final? Should be in my book if they can just hang on to this. Here comes the checkered flag. Round the last turn for the last time. Mark Edwards and Will Jones take the win. Rick Colvin and Matt Dix, a good second for them. John Hiscock and Graham Ashby take third. The win, and a good win for number 8, Mark Edwards and Will Jones. In second place it was 112, Rick Colvin and Matt Dix. In third place it was 184, John Hiscock and Graham Ashby. And in fourth place, 81, John and Wayne Stafford. No other finishers. The winner's time, 1 minute 25.77 seconds, a speed of 49.19 miles per hour. As they go into the first turn. Duncan Solis and Paul Baisby pulling tight lines in. Tim Bennett trying to go right around the outside, the long way round. Lee Ray is in there in third at the moment. Then Gavin Doolin. Then Mick Turrell. Colin Hill bringing up the rear at the moment. All action stuff there. Look how close they are. Look at those first two. Tim Bennett trying to take it on the outside of Duncan Solis. And Tim Bennett holding the throttle open that little bit longer and cutting a nose off of Duncan Solis in that turn. Bennett's got the throttle on, he's got a wide line. Duncan Solis taking up on the inside, he's not given up yet. These two are hard at it. Best of mates in the paddock, kill each other on the track. Look at him go. Tim Bennett and Steve Hargraves drift a little bit wide. Duncan Solis and Paul Baisby forcing on there all the time. Adrenaline pumping. Aggression flowing. Tim Bennett's got the better of it now though. Tim Bennett, Steve Hargraves leading from Duncan Solis and Paul Baisby. Then Gavin Noonan and Simon Beanie. And then Lee Ray and Simon Wall. Sorry, that's the wrong one. That's Chris Wall. I'll get it right one day. I will. Honest. Look at Duncan Solis now going after Tim Bennett on this last turn. He knows it's his last chance to take victory in this one. Tim Bennett, equally desperate to hang on to it. Tim Bennett, Steve Hargraves and Duncan Solis nearly got it, and down goes Paul Baisby. Well, Paul's up and okay. That was a speedy recovery for Paul Baisby, with bad luck there for Duncan Solis. You do have to go across the line with both men on the bike. No, you've got to be on the bike. Get back on it. Come around again. Race 31 then, a fine win for number 12, Tim Bennett and Steve Hargraves. In second place it was number 101, Gavin Newlin and Simon Beanie. In third place it was number 6, Lee Ray and Chris Wall. In fourth place it was number 26, Mick Turrell and Stuart Coe. In fifth place, number 25, Colin Hill and Mark Langmaid. And in sixth place, 74, Duncan Tolhurst and Paul Baisby. The winner's time was 1 minute 26.32 seconds, a speed of 48.87 miles per hour. away this time. Paul Knott goes straight into the lead. Into the first turn he goes. Young Terry Massingham, our Lady Rider, is in second place as she goes into that first corner. Paul Watson trying to go around the outside and Royce Side will lift up on the inside. Terry Massingham now in fourth place. 29 then, Paul Knott leading this one. Paul Watson holding on to second, Roy Sizemore pushing there in third, then Terry Massingham, Michael Peters, Brian Cornelius, Gareth Roberts, Adrian Squirrell and Keith Webb. Paul Knott then leading this one, that's what he needs, a bit of confidence boosting rides now after that spill in practice. He's going to the big and round there, he's locked it up sideways, going places. Feet up on the footrest, thumb on the back seat, he's away. Coming up there in second place, there's Roy Sizemore to the 2-3-1, he's holding third. The last lap flag goes, Paul Knott 1 lap from victory. Regaining his confidence in that spill in practice. It's Paul Watson, Roy Sizemore. Look at this battle with Terry Massingham, Brian Cornelius and Michael Peters, then Adrian Squirrell, then Keith Webb. Interesting to see what happens with that bunch there with Terry Massingham beating him at the moment. Brian Cornelius sitting up on the inside. I think he gets through on this last corner, but there goes Paul Knott. He takes the checker flag. The point win for him. Roy Sizemore takes the second from Paul Watson in third. Now look at this lot coming around this last corner. Indeed, Brian Cornelius has sneaked up on the inside. Then I think it was just Michael Peters, then Terry Massingham. More action stations there, and it was a win for number 1. 29, no, the win for number 1, Wally. In first place, number 29, Paul Knott. Second place, 2-3-1, Roy Sizemore. Third, 3-3-1, Paul Watson. Fourth, 48, Brian Cornelius. Fifth, 2-1-3, Terry Massingham. Sixth, number 7, Gareth Roberts. Seventh, number 2, Adrian Harden. Eighth, number 52, Keith Webb. No 9th, 10th or 11th finishes. The winner's time was 1:37.57. Is number 18, Vince Kinchin. 15, Neil Scopes goes into the front, into the first turn first. It's 139, Dave Mears is in second, and Vincent Kinchin's holding on there to third. Then Jonathan Ross. And Neil Scopes again in the same place as in the first leg. He's out with mechanical problems. 139, Dave Mears takes up the running. Paul Ewing's forcing his way through into second place. Vincent Kinchin takes the wide line, cut back on the inside line. He's on fast. Back in a second place. Dave Mears is holding on to it. Dave Mears loses his left foot a little bit, but he's corrected it. He's got the bike back online. Vince Kinchin's trying to go around the outside, and 72, Paul Ewing comes back underneath him and takes that second place from him. Paul Ewing goes wide this time. Vincent Kinchin's up on the inside. That's going to go Dave Mears. Paul Ewing takes Dave Mears on the outside of that back straight. Goes into the last turn. Paul the last time. He catches that bump a bit funny, but he's got it all straightened out again. He's okay, and Vince Kinchin comes through to take the win. Oh, what's going to happen? They come up the last lap flag. It's all action stations here. Vince Kinchin is leading. 139, Dave Mears. Pulling the inside line. Paul Ewing is way back to third. Vince Kinchin looks like he's got it all under control this time. He enters the last turn. All the last time. There's all hot stuff here at Frittenden as he goes wide, but he's made it. It's 18, Vince Kinchin takes the win. From 139, Dave Mears in second, then Paul Ewing, then Jonathan Ross, then Phil Ranson, Kevin Buck. Race 33, the 350cc solo. Last qualifying leg was a win and a fine win. Struggled all the way, but he got it there in the end for 18, Vincent Kinchin. In second place, it was 139, Dave Mears. Third was 72, Paul Ewing, and fourth was number 25, Jonathan Ross. Fifth was number 6, Phil Ranson. Sixth was 27, Kevin Buck. Seventh was 66, Steve King. Eighth was number 17, Tim Mount. And ninth was number 20, Alan Dan. No other finishers. The winner's time was 1:34.07 seconds, an average speed of 50.82. miles per hour. One on the pink and for a hat 268 on the blue. This is the 250cc B final and Chris Pay goes down into the first turn first with John Pilcher really pushing hard on the outside. John Pilcher takes up the running out of that corner, but Chris Pay is right in there with him. But it's number 49, John Pilcher leading down that straight. Chris Pay wants it back again. Paul Simmons is up there in third. That's a good result for him then. Looks like Kenny Stone. Round they come then. Robin Pilcher, Chris Pay, Paul Simmons, Kenny Stone, Colin Osborne, Roy Lee, Alan Dan and Rob Hargrave. John Pilcher then certainly got a bit between his teeth in this one. I'd have thought he'd been a campaigner for the big A final, but somehow he's got relegated to this one. And look at Chris Pay coming up alongside. He's saying, "You're not having it your own way, son. I'm here." As they battle it out on the front line then side by side. It's John Pilcher leading from Chris Pay in second place. 49 then. On the last lap now, just 4 lap B finals they are and round they go. It's still John Pilcher from Chris Pay, from Paul Simmons, Kenny Stone, Colin Osborne, Roy Lee. And problems for Chris Pay. Chris Pay pulls out. That's bad luck for him. Right at the end of the race there, there's only half a lap to go. Problems for Chris Pay. But no problems for the man on the front line. He takes the checkered flag, 49. John Pilcher takes the win. Paul Simmons gets second place. Then Kenny Stone from Colin Osborne. The 250cc solo B final was a win for number 49, John Pilcher. In second place, 31, Paul Simmons. In third place, 73, Kenny Stone. Fourth place, 46, Colin Osborne. Fifth place, number 12, Roy League. Sixth place, number 20, Alan Dan. Seventh place, number 23, Rob Hargrave. No other finishers. The winner's time, 1 minute 36.77 seconds and an average speed of 49.40 miles per hour. The aim is. Here they go then, down the first straight. Ken Jarvis makes the break on them. Ken Jarvis gets to the first turn first. Graham Hilton's there on the inside pushing. Billy Penfold and Peter Taylor have gone round the outside of Ken Jarvis. Ken Jarvis right back in there in second place. This is the B final for the left-hand side cars and Billy Penfold, local contender from Hawkenbury, giving it the big one. Sliding a little bit wide there, but he's got it going. He's got it on the pace. Ken Jarvis and Helen Day in second place, then Graham Hilton and Simon Wall. Kev Bomis and Michael Field, alias Boyce Roberts, on the centre green. I'm not sure whether they've changed anything off the machine or what, but they're out of contention in this one. Round comes Billy Penfold and Peter Taylor, looking convincingly the winners of this one as they come round for half distance. Billy Penfold and Peter Taylor, Graham Hilton and Simon Wall have moved up into second. Then it's Dominic Doyle and Michael Cheetham. Then it's Ken Jarvis and Helen Day. And Stuart the aim is battling away there at the back. Billy Penfold and Peter Taylor, just 1 lap to go. Graham Hilton and Simon Wall having a battle with Dominic Doyle. And Michael Cheetham as their Chatham as they go round there. Dominic Doyle from there, still on Graham Hilton as they come up to the last turn for the last time. Billy Penfold and Peter Taylor seem to have slowed up in front. They're obviously confident they can get there. On the Honda Fireblade then, Billy Penfold and Peter Taylor take the win from Dominic Doyle and Michael Chatham. Then Graham Hilton, Simon Wall. Tony Wood and Stuart the Amis and Ken Jarvis, Helen Day bringing up the rear. Race 35 and left-hand side car B final was a win for Billy Penfold and Peter Taylor. In second place it was number 19 Dominic Doyle and Michael Chatham. In third place it was 151 Graham Helton and Simon Wall. In fourth place number 26 Andy Wood and Stuart the Amis. Yeah, Stuart, not Ian, Stuart, yeah, Stuart the Amis. In fifth place it was number 68 Ken Jarvis and Helen Day. No other finishers. The winner's time 1 minute 49.52 seconds and a speed of 43.65 miles per hour. And straight, Alpha leather. Jason Wilby gets to the first turn first with Dave Hollingsby and Adrian Phipps right on his tail. Jason will be sliding out of that turn, running going quite nicely. This one in fine style. Cracking the throttle on, winding that bike up, he's away. 65, Jason Wilby. From Dave Hollingsby, from Adrian Phipps, from Justin Shaw and Adrian Hart and Jason Peters. Got the back wheel out sideways, got the throttle on, powering towards victory. 65, Jason Wilby. From number 5, Dave Hollingsby, 76, Adrian Phipps, 187, Justin Shaw, and 2, Adrian Hart. And 45, Kevin Peters, bringing up the rear. Sideways he comes, trailing that left leg. Foot up on the footrest, taking the last lap flag is Jason Wilby on the GM. From Dave Hollingsby on the Jawa, followed by Justin Shaw and Adrian Phipps. And Adrian Hart. Round the last turn then, for the last time, the checker flag being made ready now. It's going to be Jason Wilby all the way to the flag. Start to finish win for Jason Wilby. From Dave Hollingsby, Justin Shaw, Adrian Phipps. The Solo B final was a fine win, start to finish for number 65, Jason Wilby. In second place it was number 5, Dave Hollingsby. In third place 187, Justin Shaw. In fourth place 76, Adrian Phipps. Fifth place number 2, Adrian Harden. And in sixth place 45, James Peters. Now at the finishers, the winner's time was 1 minute 33.26 seconds. An average speed of 51.26 miles per hour. Made the trap there, down to the first turn first, in front of John Hiscock and Graham Ashby. John Hiscock, Graham Ashby trying everything they know to come on terms on the inside line there. Lee Ray's in third, then Vaughan Roberts. Vaughan Roberts and Simon Wall with problems for Vaughan Roberts. Vaughan Roberts' bike stopped, out with trouble again for Vaughan Roberts. That's bad news for him. He missed a race or two earlier on and he thought he got it all sussed out, but they're out with problems. John Hiscock, Graham Ashby come through on Colin Hill and Mark Langmaid. Around they go now, flat out down the back straight. Round they come then, John Hiscock and Graham Ashby powering towards victory. Look at Lee Ray coming round there now on Colin Hill and Mark Langmaid. He means business, he's going to try and take that second place. He's gone right round the outside. Colin Hill's in there and pushing hard in second, in third place rather. Seems to be a little bit of a argy-bargy on that corner, but they're all round safe and sound. Round this turn they come in, the checkered flag being made ready. This is going to be the big one for John Hiscock and Graham Ashby from Lee Ray and Chris Wall. Then Colin Hill and Mark Langmaid. Then Sean Body and Wayne Russell. John and Wayne Stafford bringing up the rear. For John Hiscock and Graham Ashby. In second place it was number 6 Lee Ray and Chris Wall. In third place it was number 25 Colin Hill and Mark Langmaid. In fourth place it was number 1 Sean Body and Wayne Russell. And in fifth place it was number 81 John and Wayne Stafford. No sixth finisher. The winner's time was 1 minute 24.05 seconds, 50.19 miles per hour. First straight they come. Who's it going to be? Steve King it is that gets into the first turn first. In this, the B final. From Tim Mount in second place, then Gareth Roberts. Webb going hard on the outside there. In sixth place at the moment, following round Terry Massingham. 16, Steve King leading. 17, Tim Mount in second place, then Gareth Roberts, then Adrian Harden, then Terry Massingham, then Keith Webb. Adrian Harden, and then 113 to Ron Marshall. At half distance then it's 66, Steve King from Tim Mount, then Gareth Roberts, then Adrian Harden, then Terry Massingham, then Keith Webb. Dylan Dan and Mark Dodd bringing up the rear. With Chris Knight in Mark Dodd 7. Round they come. Flat out, that's the last lap flag, it's Steve King and Tim Mount, well clear of Gareth Roberts, holding on to a good third place there. Then Adrian Hart giving it the big one. Then 213 Terry Massingham. And then Keith Webb. Alan Dan and 113 Chris Tate, stroke Mark Dodd. Here we go then. The Rumsey checkered flag is out. It's a win for Steve King in the B final here at Frittenden. From 17 Tim Mount. Then 7, Gareth Roberts, then 2, Adrian Harden. Look at Keith Webb giving it the big one around the outside there, but he was too wide. Terry Massingham gets the better of Keith Webb. Race 38, the 350cc solo B final was a win for number 66, Steve King. In second place, 17, Tim Mount. In third place, number 7, Gareth Roberts. Fourth place, number 2, Adrian Harden. Fifth place, 213, Terry Massingham. Sixth place, 52, Keith Webb. Seventh place, 20, Alan Dan. Had to do one wrong, didn't I, at that speed. And eighth, number 113. The winner's time was 1 minute 36.50 seconds and a speed of 49.54 miles per hour. Down the first straight, who's it going to be? Lee Street makes the most of it. From 70, Gary Wells at 33, Richard Smith. Richard Smith goes up the second on the first turn. Woggy Giles is out. Woggy Giles is out with trouble. That's bad news for Woggy. On the first straight. Lee Street though, got it all his own way at the moment. Richard Smith won't let him have it his own way, I'm sure. He'll push him right to the last. But it's 75, Lee Street from 33, Richard Smith from 70, Gary Wells 32, Adrian Squirrell, then 62, Stevie Syrett, 10, Dave Rumsey. Look at those boys going for it in the midfield there. But Lee Street is leading, he's well on his way towards victory in this one, but I think that the A finals are 6 lappers, so there's a long way to go yet. 75, Lee Street leading, then 33, Richard Smith in second place, then Gary Wells, then 32, Adrian Squirrell, then Dave Rumsey, Adam Shipp, Dave Steen. the turn they come then. Lee Street still got it. Richard Smith now starting to close the gap up slightly. So it's 75 Lee Street from Richard Smith, from Gary Wells and Adrian Squirrell and Dave Rumsey and Adam Shipp and Steve Syrett, Brian Cornelius, and look at Richard Smith making the move now on Lee Street, from Lennon, Southeast Superstar of the 250s, and Richard Smith from the Eastern Centre, equally as quick in his own right. He's gaining ground now, he's making him have it, he's making him work for it. My maths make it 2 more laps to go, but Lee Street is in front. Richard Smith is pushing hard, he's coming up on the inside this time, he's going to the outside, he's really going, he's in contention. He's pushing Lee Street all the way, and the time forced him into a mistake perhaps on this corner. Lee Street, another nice tight line. Richard Smith will have to go some to beat him now, with just 1 lap remaining in this race. Lee Street's got it, but look at Richard Smith going right around the outside, he's done it. He's in front of that point there, and will he go on to victory, or will Lee Street have an answer for it? Has Lee Street tired? Has Lee Street got anything left in reserve? They come around that last turn. Richard Smith guns it towards the line. It's Richard Smith that wins it from Lee Street in 2nd place. And then 3rd is Gary Wells. And 4th is Adrian Squirrell. From Dave Rumsey, Adam Shipp, Steve Syrett, 48 then Brian Cornelius. And Chris Still bringing up the rear. The win going, of course, to number 33, Richard Smith. In 2nd place it was number 75, Lee Street. In 3rd place, number 70, Gary Wells. In 4th place, number 32, Adrian Squirrell. In 5th place, number 10, Dave Rumsey. In 6th place, number 16, Adam Shipp. In 7th place, number 62, Steve Syrett. In 8th place it was number 48, Brian Cornelius. And in 9th place, number 82, Chris Still. The winner's time was 2 minutes 17.15 seconds, giving an average speed of 51.26 miles per hour. Is right up alongside Tony and Tommy Penfold on the first turn. They go round that first turn together, but Tony and Tommy have taken the advantage. Tony and Tommy Penfold lead this one. Down the straight, John Fish is well Holland. Bunch Scalp looks intact at the moment. Barry and Robin Gear trying to come through from 3rd to 2nd round John Fish. It's all systems go, but it's Tony and Tommy Penfold leading this one. On the Yamaha Genesis outfit from John Fish and Clive Holland. On the Godden V Twin from Barry and Robin Gear on another Yamaha Genesis, and they're pushing hard in 3rd place. They won at Collier Street last weekend, and they're right to win here again today. And look at Martin Cup and Jason Ralph coming up there in 4th place, going in a lot of ground. Oh, it's getting very close, so nobody makes a mistake. There's 25, Tony and Tommy Penfold leading from John Fish and Clive Holland, from Barry and Robin Gear, and then Martin Cup and Jason Ralph, then Peter French and Dave Holland. And Duncan Fish, John Brady at the back. And Barry and Robin Gear get through into 2nd place, John Fish and Clive Holland. And it looks like Martin Cuff's going to follow him through there. It's very tight on that turn as they come round. Tony and Tommy Penfold still leading from Barry and Robin Gear in 2nd place. Then 173, John Fish and Clive Holland. I think, yes, Martin Cuff has gone through. Martin Cuff now goes a bit wide. John Fish tries to come back on the inside. But out in front is Tony and Tommy Penfold. And Barry and Robin Gear are trying to really beat like a fish. They've gone to the outside line. What's going to happen here? Round the turn they come. It's Tony and Tommy still with a very good line on the inside. I make it 2 more laps to go. Time will tell. It's Tony and Tommy Penfold with Barry and Robin Gear pushing every inch of the way. In 2nd place, then Martin Cup and Jason Ralph not giving up an inch either. And John Fish and Clive Holland just hoping for a mistake to come through. A lot of them. As they come round this turn this time, it'll be the last lap flag in their sights. They've only got one more lap to do. It's Tony and Tommy. They look over their shoulder. They know where the Gear brothers are. It's the Penfold brothers from the Gear brothers, from Martin Cuff and Jason Ralph, then John Fish and Clive Holland. This is going to be the big one, chaps, as they go down that main straight. There's just one more turn to go. Can Barry and Robin Gear take the Penfold brothers? They're right in there. They're right up alongside. They're giving it full throttle. They got the outside line. It'll prove a disadvantage, I'm sure. Tony and Tommy Penfold take the win from the Gear brothers in second place. Then Martin Cuff and Jason Ralph. Then John Fish and Clive Hollands. Peter French and Dave Hollands. And Duncan Fish and John Wadey. Well, what another cracking race. 6 laps of pure excitement. The final was a win. An incredible win for number 25, Tony and Tommy Penfold. In second place, it was number 9, Barry and Robin Gear. In third place, it was 128, Martin Cuff and Jason Ralph. In fourth place, it was 173, John Fish and Clive Holland. In fifth place, it was 273, Peter French and Dave Hollands. And in sixth place, number 174, Duncan Fish and John Wadey. The winner's time was 2 minutes 29.68 seconds, average speed of 46.97 miles per hour. 174. This is the 500cc solo A final, and in goes Mark Giles into the lead. Chris Tritton is right there with him, and so is Julian Phipps, and right on their tail is Graham Brown. He's going to try and build up as big a lead as he can on those first 4 laps, hoping that that will carry him through as the rest start to tire on those last 2 laps. It's Mark Giles, it's Chris Tritton, it's Julian Phipps, it's Graham Brown. 40-14 cameo was unlucky. Take Mark in this one. So Mark Giles has got it all his own way at the moment, with Chris Tritton hot on his heels. Then it's 122 Graham Brown, and then 73 Julian Phipps. Julian Phipps getting the better of Graham Brown as he comes down that straight, but they're right side by side into the corner again. Graham Brown making a mistake, the right kick straight, and Julian Phipps is right in there to try and take advantage of it. Julian Phipps gets in the lead at the moment. Graham Brown fights back, but in front, out where it counts. It's 26 Mark Giles, and 23 Chris Tritton, using all his energy to try and come up on terms with Mark Giles, and I think that's what Mark Giles wants him to do. That's supposed to take his chance. Mark Giles got the big one, got it in front, the 500cc solo A final. I might get 2 more laps to go. It's Mark Giles from Chris Tritton, from Julian Phipps, from Graham Brown, Kevin Buck and Robin Pilcher, and we have a red flag. The machine down on the circuit there. Must admit I missed that. I think it's 127 Lewis Ackerman. I believe we'll have a rerun. This one I'm not too sure. What does the clerk of the course say? So we're going to get a rerun of the 500cc Solo A final. It looks like it's going to be rerun, so I would suggest the bikes go back to the pits for refuel, and perhaps we could get the right-hand sidecar final. Only a suggestion, but to keep things moving. The 500cc Solo A final was a win for number 26, Mark Giles. In second place, it was number 3, Chris Tritton. Third place, number 73, Julian Phipps. Fourth place, number 122, Graham Brown. Fifth place, 27, Kevin Buck. Sixth place, number 174, Robin Pilcher. Seventh place, 17, Tim Mount. And eighth place, number 37, Michael Peters. No other finishers, no time, no speed, as it was stopped after 4 laps. Going to the first turn first from Gavin Newlin and Simon Beanie in second place. Gavin Newlin trying the half, long way around the outside there. Duncan Solis going up into third. Then Rick Colvin, Jim Bennett and Mick Turrell all side by side. Mark Edwards and Will Jones, no surprise to see them in front, but Gavin Newlin and Simon Beanie are holding a good second place at the moment. Duncan Solis seems to be gaining a bit of ground there in third place, though. But it's number 8, Mark Edwards and Will Jones, and over goes Rick Colvin and Matthew Dix. Red flags are up, the race being stopped in the interest of safety. And not a lot of movement on those two boys, I'm afraid. Machine totally upside down. Ambulance being called over. This time, he's going to make Mark Edwards work harder for it. Tim Bennett gains a few yards on that first turn. Tim Bennett, Steve Hargraves powering out of the turn. Look at Mark Edwards coming through there on the inside. Mark Edwards and Will Jones lead. Tim Bennett and Steve Hargraves in second place. Then Duncan Solis and Paul Baseby in third, pushing hard now on Tim Bennett's back wheel as they come round that turn. It's Mark Edwards and Will Jones sideways round there. Bennett and Steve Hargraves in second. Then Duncan Solis and Paul Baseby. Gavin Newlin and Simon Beanie. And Mick Turrell, Stuart Coe bringing up the rear. Round then flat out. Up that straight and the last lap flag is there. The race is being cut to 4 laps. Mark Edwards and Will Jones leading. Tim and Duncan Solis look like they're going to continue this battle right to this checkered flag. It's the last turn for the last time. Mark Edwards and Will Jones are going to do their own way, and look at this battle. Look at Duncan Solis coming up on the inside. It's going to be close. How much closer do you want it than that? In fourth place, Gavin Newlin and Simon Beanie, and then Mick Turrell and Stuart Coe. A win, and a good win for number 8, Mark Edwards and Will Jones. In second place, it was number 12, Tim Bennett and Steve Hargraves. In third place, 74, Duncan Solis and Paul Baseby. In fourth place, 101, Gavin Newlin and Simon Beanie. And in 5th place, number 26, Mick Tyrrell and Stuart Coe. The winner's time, 1 minute 21.40 seconds, an average speed of 51.83 miles per hour. The first straight, who's it going to be? It's Dave Mears that gets there first, with Vince Kinchin in hot pursuit in 2nd place, then Paul Ewings. Dave Mears goes a little wide. Kinchin in there in 2nd place. We've got a on that turn. John Ross it was that fell there. 139, David Mears, Vincent Kinchin, Roy Sizemore. And Phil Ranson. Again, Dave Mears goes wide. He's out with Kinchin number on alongside. That's a dangerous thing to do if you want to hold the lead. It's 139, Dave Mears. He's gone a little bit wide again, and Vince Kinchin powers straight through. It's Vincent Kinchin who leads now from 139, Dave Mears. Dave Mears is pushing hard in 2nd place. Then it's Roy Sizemore, then it's Phil Ranson. And it looks like it's a Vince Kinchin all the way here. Tall figure of Vince Kinchin, the orange and blue colours, and then Dave Mears in his traditional blue colours in 2nd place. Then it's Roy Sizemore and Phil Ranson and Paul Ewings. Paul Watson and Paul Knott probably doing forward in one of them. Round they come then. The checkered flag is out. It's going to be a win for number 18, Vince Kinchin. From 139, Dave Mears, 231, Roy Sizemore, then Phil Ranson, Paul Ewings, Paul Knott, Kevin Buck, Paul Watson, Brian Cornelius. And completing race distance 25, Jonathan Ross. Another cracking final. 2nd was number 139, Dave Mears. 3rd place to number 231, Roy Sizemore. And in 4th place, number 6, Phil Ranson. 5th place, number 72, Paul Ewings. In 6th place, number 29, Paul Knott. 7th place, number 27, Kevin Buck. 8th place, 331, Paul Watson. 9th place, number 48, Brian Cornelius. And in 10th place, number 25, Jonathan Ross. The winner's time was 1 minute 30.95 seconds, an average speed of 52.65 miles per hour.
John Pilcher. Look down. I can't help it.
Solo A final winner this afternoon was number 33, Richard Smith. See him coming, the towers above the rest of us. Well done, Richard.
That's what you should go, John. Dark glasses and all, Richard. Hey, glasses on, Richard. Thank you. Hang on.
Well, the 350B final winner. Come up and have a round of applause, Steve King.
Steve King, where are you?
That's not Steve King, that's not Steve King.
Come on, Steve King, where are you?
Well, don't worry, Steve King, because we actually haven't got your trophy here. It hasn't been returned from last time, and as you're not here, you won't make us all look quite so stupid. That trophy will follow. John Moore has promised me he will get that back, and that will be yours. We will move on to the 350cc Solo A final. I better not do it from memory, because my memory's not too good. I thought it was. Where are you? Number 18, Vincent Kinchin. No small man, look.
Go on, mate.
Take them bloody glasses.
Yeah, go on, mate. You deserve it.
Can't see you in glasses on. When you're looking wicked.
Ah, well, you don't want to see.
The 500cc solo B final. And it was number 65, Jason Welby. He ain't gone home, look.
He seems to go first. Lovely.
500A final then, we move on to the 500cc A final and this afternoon's winner. Making a lot of noise over there, making more noise than I am. It was 26, Mark Giles! Go on down, sonny, that's win. I knew he'd grin. Always happy as Mark.
Don't think you missed the gate.
On to the left-hand sidecar B final, and it was 23, Billy Penfold and Peter Taylor. Come on down.
Closing on it.
Go on, go on. I'll probably got the cap.
Maybe a bit shy on that sidecar, bloke.
Yeah.
I think all these boys deserve a little bit more round of applause than you're giving them. They've got up a tremendous display this afternoon. And the left-hand sidecar, A final. It was number 25, Tony and Tommy Penfold. Always good when the local lads win.
They got happy to take that other bloke, don't they? Thank you. Yes. You actually looked at me, didn't you?
Sorry?
Well, I see you look at me.
The right-hand sidecar B final. And we're afraid... Well, let's have them up. Let's give them a round of applause. 184, John Hiscock and Graham Ashby. Come on down, have a round of applause. Show yourselves. Kiss the girlie, do what you got to do, you know. But unfortunately, there is no B final trophy because the previous winner hasn't brought it back this afternoon. But they got the girl, what more can they want? Well done, John Hiscock, Graham Ashby. Which just leads us on for the right-hand sidecar A final. And it's the same camp, isn't it, really, when you think about it? It's just the same camp, really. Number 8, Mark Edwards and Vince Jones. Come on down. Will Jones. Sorry, what did I say? Yeah, I want to know, really.
Nice one.
Sorry, Will. What's another thing then? Well done, lads.
That's it.
That's it then, ladies and gentlemen. You can go home now.